episode of MindyKids. We are so happy to have you here. We are with the amazing Laura. Hello, Laura. How are you? It was so long, right? I like your shirt.
This is going to be the private joke of every episode.
Yes, it's going to be like that for real. I love this. So today we have actually something very interesting to talk about. It's something that actually, as I said before in the last episode, I'm very excited to talk about because it's actually for me one of the main cores of gaming, right? It's like we are talking about gaming and emotions. It's like games are not actually an emotional regulator. And I know that some people will find this confusing. So Laura, maybe you can.
So that's very interesting. And we are going to talk about two different things, about how to be there when emotions arise and about how not to regulate kids' emotions with gaming systems. So this is the two main ideas. So we're talking about gaming and emotions, but we could make a long introduction about kids and emotions. Kids just express emotions. Kids don't regulate emotions because they don't have the nervous system ready to regulate emotions as we adults can do.
Sorry, Laura, before we go further, just to explain the audience, what do you mean by emotion regulation?
Okay, emotion regulation is the ability to notice feelings, sometimes even to name them, tolerate them, and choose a response. So this is not something a kid can do. Not even with a. Sometimes we've been grown in a system where now we want kids to say, we have these introductions. How are you feeling today? We want them to say how are they feeling today, but we don't want them to show how they are feeling today. We don't want them to slam doors. We don't want them to cry. We don't want them to name that they are angry and to draw maybe a red monster or something. And then they have to go with whatever Montessori thing and whatever, I don't know, just this, these things of glitter that they can, but you calm yourself down. You can say that you're angry, but you calm yourself down. So it's very hypocritical how we are dealing with this. And the thing is that the real emotional regulator for a kid is a regulated adult. This is the only thing. And we have to be with them through emotions. That's it. And so teach them out with respect, prevent them from harming others or harming themselves. So keep them safe, but be connected to them. That's what I'm saying. And many people say, oh no, my kid knows how to. And we kind of try to believe that kids are tricking ourselves or using expression of, no. They don't have a hidden agenda. They do not have that. They just express emotions. And what you can do if you threaten them, or if you make them feel shame, or if you make them feel sad, or if you make them feel like you're disappointed that they have to take care of you, you're gonna smash the emotion they have. And because of the emotion that you're provoking, they are going to react differently, but they are expressing another emotion.
We can say, entonces, in a very safe way, as adults do, that kids have a way to cope emotionally through games. And that by saying these kind of things, we are corrupting the emotions that the kids have to a game.
This is one part. So okay. It's not exactly this. The thing is that if a child is feeling an emotion and he's angry, he's pissed at his brother or at his whatever, at his best friend, or he comes back from school and he's sad because something happened. and he's expressing emotions, and maybe he does not know he's sad, he's angry. What you have to do is to be with him, because even if they are not going to be able to regulate themselves for a long time, because not even teenagers are able to do that. We know teenagers express themselves very, very much. But children need a broader example of how to cope with emotions. So we're seeing a little bit a pattern of parents that may be very concerned about screen time, but they are still using screens to shut up their kids.
That's contradictory.
So this is not something I advise. I would never switch on a game system because a kid is pissed, ever, because he's sad or because of whatever. You first connect with your kid. You first go through his emotion, but this requires, again, maybe all the things that I'm telling. It's true. You have to take a lot of time to be with your kid while gaming, to be with your kid while they are not gaming. So it's a big investment to be with them all the time, and you're maybe tired from work or whatever, but it is your job you're the adult, so you deal with your own emotions. I don't know, you go for a spa or whatever. And then you are there
Try
with
to go with your own emotions and don't mess up with your kid, right? It's
exactly.
Like, yeah.
So you have your emotions and you may be tired from work, but if your kid has a need, then you go with that, and then it may happen, and you sort it out together. And then if afterwards it was the idea, or if there's, even your kid can tell you, okay, now I made all this effort of this, of connecting with you, can I play a little bit? I want to change my mind or whatever. You may decide, okay, now it's okay, but it shouldn't be the first thing you give to a kid. Okay, now you just take a screen, because you just drowning a problem inside your kid. And this is also true for adults. Normally, if you feel an emotion, it's better that you don't just go either binge watch Netflix.
Yeah, I was going to say, Netflix is actually what for kids is maybe the PS4. So yeah, actually, it's true. We have really a problem with the screens, and it's like a fast food actually for the emotions in these kind of situations. It's like it's not nurturing at all.
So the first thing is always connection. This, while a kid expresses an emotion and he's not gaming, and then when he games, he's going to also have emotions. That shouldn't be shame. And after very intense play, your nervous system can stay activated and you may have a transition. And you can be firm and still be there emotionally for your kid. And he maybe, I don't know, you maybe made a super cool dinner for him, and then he has to stop the game and he's not very excited about it. And he's not reacting to it as you expected to. Then you have to deal with your emotion. You don't throw that to your kid.
Yeah.
You are there with what your kid is feeling. For me, this is very important, and this is part of the child's right as child. The kids have the right for a good to not be ashamed, to not be threatened, to not be. You have to be there with what is happening to them, because they may be distressed.
It's a responsibility that the parent have. Actually, yes.
It's a very strong responsibility, and sometimes. Imagine, because you are the most important thing to be calm is that you are the adult and you make the decisions. And maybe you decided, okay, my kid needs time for free play. And this is very important for a kid. So a game that is not conducted by an adult or by a screen. I think he should have time to play. And maybe this time he does not want it, and he comes to you and he says, I'm bored, I want to play video game. You take a decision. You decide if this is the time for free play, and if it's not time for free play, then it's time for whatever is happening inside of your kid. It may be boredom, it may be sadness, it may be frustration.
We're talking about being emotional generous, right? It's like,
Exactly.
oh, this is a subject. And there is one thing that actually parents, I can talk about my own experience, is like they think that it's no big deal. But what kind of things do you can see, or you can tell the parents that can go wrong when the parents try to do this shutting up? You know, it's like, okay, stop the game whatsoever. Like it's not a big deal. They should subestimate the process that the kid has in its mind while gaming.
It is a very big deal, but it is a very big deal for any activity. Can you imagine a kid playing football, and then just in the middle of the game you take the kid and you put them out of the thing?
I love the comparison.
The kid is like, what is happening? Like, I need more predictability. I need a clear transition. What is happening right now?
It's no big deal, right? It's just a game. No, it's
yeah,
the same.
Like, the kid would be just, I don't know, kicking his legs when I was playing football. Why is this stopping? This is a little bit the same that is happening when you stop. So try to give, and as many, and you can even repeat it. And you say 5 minutes more many times, because you see, okay, they're still in the middle of the game. I say 5 minutes ago, and then I'm going to say 5 minutes, 10 minutes from now. It may happen. You look at the schedule, you look at the needs, and you look at this. Okay, my kid has to have some learning time, some free play time, some movement time, good sleep. I don't know if I'm repeating myself. We have to have lunch together. We have to talk to each other. So obviously, screen time is not eternal, because some days you are not going to be able to even switch the thing on. It's not possible. So we have to be calm. As long as we take care of our child needs, we don't even need numbers. We don't even need that. We just need to look at them. And sometimes if you build a predictable routine and you practice with them, it's going to be easier and easier and easier. And then even if you try to build predictability, every day is going to be different. And you have to be aware. And the best thing that you can be when a kid is dysregulated and is frustrated is to be regulated and calm yourself and to acknowledge what is happening. If a kid is, so you are the thing that you are the thing where your kid can find security. If the moment he snaps, you snap,
it's going to happen the same with the kid. It's contagious.
It's terrible. So we have to support always the emotional well-being of our kids. We have to be there. This is going to, because of the very same nature of the emotion, it's going to fade out unless you nurture it all the time. If you keep on going and you start scaring him, oh my God, you're always like this, you're getting more and more attached to this, and the next week we're not going to switch it on because then it's a problem, and I'm gonna take it and I'm going to put it in the garage or whatever. You're just nurturing this dysregulation. You cannot feed more drama to frustration and expect that it's going to calm down.
So one thing that the parents maybe should look at it, right? It's like they should be the emotional regulators and not the game itself.
Exactly.
Exactly.
The game is an activity. The game is an activity, and we cannot give it that much power. Again, it's an activity, it's a game, and it's content, it's something they like, it's something they engage with, but we are the ones that are making good decisions for the benefit of our kids.
And this is something very interesting because actually most parents don't understand that in a game concept. But we understand this concept with AI. Parents, it's the same. It's the same.
Then you are the AI specialist. Can you clarify that for me?
It's like this is something that I actually see a lot with Mindycore. It's like I have a lot of people and a lot of clients and a lot of followers that are actually saying this. It's like, okay, AI is a tool. What are you doing this with AI? Well, I work with AI, but I'm totally, absolutely aware that I am the one that is orchestrating, and AI is my tool. I use AI, but I am the brain. I'm the one that makes the whole management. So I know that there is a huge awareness right now socially that a lot of people of all ages are actually thinking about it and talking about it in social media and everywhere, that AI is a tool. We have to have control of AI. Parents, the games are the same as AI, and the games, each day that pass will have more and more AI. So please have this connection, right? It's like what you think about AI is the same as games. The
Yeah.
difference is that actually the games are a companion for your kids. So you have to be even more aware of that. The same energy that you put in all these speeches regarding AI that are true, put that on the game. It's the same.
But it's a little bit like everything. Sometimes parents have the feeling that everything is going out of control or whatever, and it's actually it's to us as adults to decide what's the food that we're going to have in our fridge, what's the time to go to sleep, and to ensure that they have a good sleep hygiene. We are going to decide what activities they have in order to be healthy. We are going to decide the amount of contact with nature they have. And again, we are going to decide everything, like if they are going to have access to social interactions or not. This is on us.
Exactly.
We don't have to panic. This is not our job to panic. We can decide which games we install. We are not slaves or whatever, I don't know, major force that we decide. We take decisions, informed decisions, connected decisions.
Yes. And I love the fact that you were talking. You said something that is very true. People are afraid. You can make this enforcement. You can be this companion to your child and do a good management of the games without fear, because fear makes a kind of negative enforcement. What you can transmit to the kid is like, I oblige you to do this. No, you must be a companion where the feeling, the sentiment is positive. What you're transmitting to the child, that actually the child is going to absorb everything, because actually it's the age. It's like the kid is going to look at the parents. If the kid, as Laura said perfectly before, see the parent that is nervous and it has a very bad management of emotions, the kid will feel lost. The kid is looking at you as a parent.
Exactly.
So you have to be the captain on this ship of emotions, right? So be aware of that. Do this management with content. With content, no, sorry. Without fear. No, don't transmit the
Exactly.
fear.
And you can, for example, I have a personal example and I can share that with you.
Yeah.
Maybe we will talk about that in another episode, because it's something you can find. Absolutely some games that have patterns that you do not like.
Yeah.
And for example, with children that are very young or whatever, there are some marketing decisions that I don't like very, very clear example. The fact that to have a very particular item, you have to log in every day during a week
Oof.
to do an action inside of the game. And then after a week, you get the item. So my kid wanted this item. But the thing is that in order to have the item, he had to log in every day.
It's a constant engagement. Yeah.
Yeah, and I do not agree with this. I don't think this is a pattern that that a kid should be engaged in. So I told him my kid knows about dark patterns, about loot boxes. We'll talk about that later in another episode. But I told him this is not a good pattern. This is not part of the game. This is not gaming. This is just them wanting you to log in the game every day. And then me as an adult, I decided, okay, you're gonna have the item. Don't worry.
You're going to buy it, but you're not going to create a codependency.
I'm going to do it myself. So while he was not there, me myself as a responsible adult, I log in, I did the little thing, and after a week we got the item. But it was he could have the item, and it was an educational moment, because then I told him, when a game is forcing you to log in every day, this is not gaming anymore. And it is true. We have dangers and we have patterns that are not good. And you can talk to them. And can you imagine the connection with my kid? And he thought, okay, this was important for me. So mommy is logging in every day for a week in order to get me the item so I don't go through this. So this being really connected gives you so many opportunities for connection and for things that are you can create very important moments and even educational moments. And I think this is because of the marketing strategies of so many companies. This is not only in gaming. This can happen in many other
kind of
things.
business. Yeah, we can see that in the day by day actually.
Even
but to use
people,
that against a kid is too much.
even people,
Yeah.
or even relationships that people who ask you, you have to write me a message every day in order for me to be kind to you. Like,
yeah, it's true. It's true.
what? This is a dark pattern. My mommy told me that when I was gaming.
It's so true. But yeah, actually, we have to be careful with that. And the good thing that you did in that situation is to be open. As you said before, the communication is so important. Explain to your kid why you're going to log in every day. Explain that what you're going to do is for not expose him, but at the same time that you don't approve that and that is not okay. Explaining the goal that is to achieve these bots, but at the same time saying, this is not okay. Don't do that because it's not okay for you. I'm going to do that for you because I'm aware and I can protect myself from this
Exactly.
codependency that the game is giving me at this moment. And you're going to actually, I really love the process. It's like it was very well managed.
It's like to show and to be sure I am the regulated adult. And that is also a shift. And you have to be that for your kids. And you have to, and then it does not matter if you're we all do that sometimes, like maybe you're scrolling through your social network. It's not a problem. It's not because you do that for yourself and you sometimes go to sleep at 1 a.m. when you have to work the day after, and you're not very responsible to yourself, that you cannot be responsible for your kid. Let's separate the two things. You can actually be a responsible adult for your kid and take the good decisions, and then go have fast food in your own time. Sometimes it happens. It happens. But we have to take these good decisions for our kids.
Actually, I really love that we are talking about this because this is a kind of engagement that, as you said, we see in a lot of games, a lot of popular games. It's like the login is actually, if you want to have some achievements, you have a limit of levels before going premium, before engaging. The login actually is like we secure your data, but at the same time, if you don't log in, you're going to lose features. It's like the FOMO is real, and in children, it's even worse. It's like, so they play a lot with that.
We have to protect them, but it's marketing strategies that can be very harmful for kids. That's why, and this is not something that is planned yet, but maybe one day we will talk about mobile games that are a
Yes.
whole different thing.
And I can actually talk a lot about that because we have Mindy Play, the soprano Mindycore. We are working a lot on that, and it's difficult. We are making it, but it's like we are always in touch with the clients and the community because we don't want to fall on that. It's
Yeah.
like we don't want to be part of that. And what you say is very true. We can actually, and we will make an episode just for this because the kind of awareness that we have to create for mobile games is huge. Kids are more on their mobiles than on the computers. Um, let's talk about the real danger here because actually the kid is exposed to so many things if you don't manage that. That is like, oof, so many things to talk about that.
Yes. But again, it's to be with them and to generate trust is the best way, because then they are gonna tell you if something goes off, if they think they bought accidentally something, that it happens, and they are going to be clear and open about this, and you are going to be able to act on that. And so many things may happen, or even if something goes off and someone contacts and or the chat is on and what's going on,
Oof.
and
The
yeah.
pop-ups on the mobile, the constant awareness, the constant alert. It's always to be an alert. Actually, well, that's something that we were going to talk before
Yeah.
because after because actually we are living right now with Mindy Play. It's something like that. We are working a lot to create features that fight these kind of things. We are totally against the pop-ups. We are totally against the
Mhm.
alerts. We are totally against this kind of marketing imposed to the kids because most no, I'm not going to shade any kind of company, but it's true, most companies just don't care. They expose the kids to these kind of things because they know that the kids are going to the parents, but the damage is already done. So
It's that's why again, that the kids know all the environment also helps with emotion. um when I talk to my kid for the first time about loot boxes, it's for the people, it's just random rewards. It's a little bit like a gambling game, but it's free. And I talked to him and I told him how they work, and he decided to uninstall a game that had many of them. And right now, when he sees one, he says, "Oh my God, that is a," and it's not dramatical. Like many games have one, but then there are games that are very, I don't know, repetitive, and they are based on this, and so many things the kids must know, and so many things the kids maybe lost. And once I was talking to some kids also, and we were talking about social interactions. And again, I don't think we should expose kids to that so young. But we are talking about not accepting skins or any other game currency from anyone. And obviously they said, okay, but maybe I can take the skin and then not talk to this person again. And I was like, no.
but yeah,
To just drop the thing and go to a responsible adult, whatever is happening. If someone is offering you something for free, this does not happen. So it's important that they have that they are trained if you expose them to games, and that they know that as we talked, there are many skills that you can develop, and gaming is great. But also there are some dangers, and no, the biggest danger is not the frustration that they are going to have.
it's the
You
shut
can,
up, right? The shutting up that is
yeah,
all the things that
or
the kids don't say.
you can build good skills, but you can also build this anticipation to a random reward, and that is not a good idea to build that.
Yeah.
because it can, I don't know, it can set some ideas that gambling is accepted, and is not gambling, is not gaming. It's not the same thing. It shouldn't be.
It shouldn't be, actually, and parents must be very aware of that. When parents give their mobiles to their kids to shut up, be very careful with that. And it's not only because your wallet is inside that. It's not about the money. It's about the psychological things that the kid is embedding every day with these kind of interactions. It's not about the game. The game is the hook in these kind of situations. The game is the hook. The game is a trap in that kind of situation because you're not managing that. Entonces the Spanglish right there. So what happens is that the kid just enters the loop without knowing it, with the promise of a game that it should stop being a game. And a lot of negative reinforcements every day can create this kind of habits that they are going to keep evolving as adults. So don't think that this is something isolate. Don't think that what happens on the phone is that it appears and disappears. This is something that you're actually nurturing to your kid for bad or for good every day. So every action has a consequence. You have to be part of that. You have to be part of the situation. You have to be part of the transition. You have to be part of the gaming with the kid. You have to be part. It's not something like I will leave that to the kid and so I can be alone. I have seen so many times parents
Not the phone.
giving the devices to the kids so
the
young.
phone is not a good idea, and the phone is not a good idea, and free-to-play games on the phone.
It's never free, guys.
Yeah, it's not free. Like, please, stop it. It's not a good idea to give a free-to-play game, in the phone to a kid, and this game is going to be cut by ads, and you don't even know what the ads are about. So
we are touching something very interesting that will be for another episode. We will at some point. I think that parents will need this tip about cybersecurity, because ads, mobile games, and kids is a killer combo, and that happens so many times.
Yeah.
So that will be, I suppose, for another episode. But yeah, it's like
we are being a little bit off topic and not following the script.
But everything is connected. But what we were
everything
talking about,
and we're giving maybe a lot of information. So if it's true that we opened the subject, that does not be like we try to make the first episodes a little bit simpler, and we go a little bit off topic because we have so many things we want to tell you and so many things in our minds. So if you have particular questions or even very particular things that happen to you, feel free to comment or feel free to even DM me or Nella, so we can build an episode for your needs, for exactly whatever is happening with your kid. But even then, again, we're trying to talk about regulating emotions and stopping the game in a calm way, and how do we set routines without thinking about numbers, because I don't appreciate the idea of screen time, because I think once you take care of the real needs of your kid, digital play finds its way. And I think it's terrible to say to a kid, okay, now you have an hour to play. Like, it's so stressing. Like, you have a ticking clock in your head, and when it's going to stop, and it's a little stressful. So I think everything will be more organic, and maybe in the next episode we're going to build a balanced plan that actually works for all this.
Actually, yes. So is there a way, Laura, that we can make a summary about this, a clear tip that we can tell to the parents right now?
Again, I'm tired to repeat myself. No, I'm not tired. I will always repeat myself. I will never be tired of it. Connection is safety. You don't regulate the emotions of your kids with a gaming system. You don't do that. You be with them. You are with them. And whatever emotion is happening, and if your kid is frustrated because the game is ending, you do exactly the same that you do all the time when emotions are happening. You are with your kid. You understand that it's normal to be frustrated with when the session is over, and you have these simple tools. You are normally warning that the game is going to be over very soon. You don't cut them mid match. And then, I don't know, water, snug with them, ask them again, what are they proud of? What did they learn? And what they would like to do in the next session. And what is the thing that they were thinking on, oh, I have to do this quest.
Parents, be the emotional regulators of the situation, not the games.
Exactly.
The games are not its fault. And it's not your fault. We are not actually judging you or anything. This is about educating. We are learning together through experiences. Everything that Laura is saying are things that she experienced and she learned from that. And we are sharing because we think that is important. So for this episode, you are the emotional regulators, not the game. Be part of the game and be with your kids. Enjoy the time. Have fun. Being an adult, it doesn't mean that you can have fun. Games are fun.
That's the best advice. Have fun.
Yeah, actually, yes. So it was amazing. Love this episode. We talk about so many things. Yeah. What is going to be about the next one then?
So it was this: build a balance plan that actually works.
I love it. So see you in the next episode. Thank you, Laura, for being here. And goodbye, Mindy fam.